Students will though.
Okay, because it seems you guys are...
Students should have before they sign it.
It seems that you guys are off on different pages regarding sending this message to the student body via email blast. Is it possible because I guess this version is not supported by USG, and this is what S.E.R. wants to put out. Is it possible to edit, if this could be edited in a way by S.E.R. until it reaches some type of satisfactory level to be sent out? Because we just want to know, is it possible for S.E.R. to send out some form of their message via blast?
Well, why couldn't we have the why couldn't students edit the USG blasts? Do they have that much power where they can just blast willy-nilly?
No, you're gonna edit.
No, what I'm saying is they didn't edit themselves. They sent a biased email. When I read it, I felt it was being subliminally forced to sign it.
It wasn't edited by S.E.R. If that's the case, then S.E.R. should be able to edit any kind of email
and say
that
you
USG
shouldn't send this because
puts out.
it's biased.
So
we should, if they can say you can't send this because it's biased and bad-mouthing us, we should be able to say, USG, you can't send that because it's biased and giving students half of the information.
Because as many of you don't know, S.E.R. has not been able to do email blasts via Student Life or by CCNY. So USG is their only means of email blasting.
Right.
And on this issue, the two organizations on two separate sides.
But that should not be the case. No one's. I mean, you're saying you've been rejected from Student Life.
Yeah,
but
we
it
have.
is, and we're depending on you to represent us.
Okay.
And you haven't.
If we have exhausted all
again
other
because
resources,
of the language used in the email. If the language was better equipped,
what does the First Amendment say? That we have freedom of speech, right? So we have freedom of speech too, and we should be able to send the message that we want to send as we want to send it, just like you do through your email blasts.
Right.
Even though I thought it was biased and unfair and subliminally trying to get students to sign without giving them all the information, I can't do anything about it because it's your First Amendment right to get it out.
Right.
Just like it's my First Amendment right to get it out.
Right, and since we're getting so much opposition from the administration, we're depending on student government, who's supposed to be our representative to administration. But instead, they refuse because it's against their interests. It's against their interests.
Hey, yeah. So, okay, from this conversation, what conclusion can both sides have? As you guys represent S.E.R. and VP of USG, is there any way for a conclusion of this whole conversation to have S.E.R. at some means of voice their opinions to the student body via email?
That's directed towards me.
Yes.
Like I said, the email. I'm sorry. The email that was sent out to me by Davey. If it's gonna go out, it's not gonna go out like that, and I'm sorry to say so. But again, it's USG will not support that because there's accusations, and I feel like it's attacking USG and Student Life. Again, I feel like USG is not your only resource actually to send that email. If you feel that way, I will personally go to Student Life and see what they say about this.
Which you said you were going to do when we met.
Right, but I didn't get the email then.
Huh?
It's Tuesday today, and I got the email on the weekend, which is Monday. I didn't come to school, so.
All right. So wait, after this show, is it possible that both sides could go to Student Life together and hey, we want to send out this email?
I'm willing to do that. I think Student Life should. USG may have. I feel again it's a language that I'm not supporting, but it's not the fact that I don't feel students should know both sides of the stories. I agree with you on that, Davey, and that's why I wanted you to send me the email. But it's the language that I feel like it's not going to go through from students.
Okay, so VP Sarah is saying that she's willing to go to Student Life with you guys. Are you guys willing to edit this just in case?
Well, I don't think they edited theirs, so I don't think it's my First Amendment right to disclose information. I don't think it's biased.
We're not gonna change the information in there. We're gonna keep the information the same. If we need to change some kind of language,
take out USG and take out Student Life.
No way.
But
absolutely not.
I mean, your email is based on that.
Those are the two people that are perpetrated against the student population.
No, I'm gonna read a sentence.
And the other thing is that the email blast that was sent out previously was again drafted by you and Davies and with one of the USG members.
Well,
so I don't.
And they excluded the parts that were supposed to be given the other side. Number one,
I don't know how that's possible.
All we said was USG have not exhausted other strategies of fundraising, like hiring a grant writer, applying for endowments, seeking revenue from CCNY administration. How is that being? It's just saying that you didn't you didn't follow other
No,
channels.
there's plenty. There's,
I'm just saying, like,
and you. I mean,
There's
there's
one more-
things
there's
that
one
are
more point.
capitalized.
There's one more point
And-
that says USG currently works under a form of government in which nothing can be done to oppose administrative decisions, which has been the case
And
ever
I
since.
feel again, USG needs to work with the admin to
What-
make things
But
forward.
is
Like
that-
we
so
need to
that's-
move it business.
So this is
like,
a correct statement.
It's not a correct. You perceive it. You're taking it out of context.
What
Like, I
we-
don't really
what
know.
we want-
But
Are
you
you
took-
saying it's a bad thing or it's a good thing? I would say it's a good thing because we need to work with the admin. Sorry,
But
to move.
So let the
along
people
with-
decide. Get the information
People
out there.
will decide. The students have again all the rights to decide when it's
No,
on
no,
the
no.
ballot.
With this information, how to perceive this information.
You
Look,
should
Davey
have,
and-
you should have given them the information before making them sign. Number one. Number two, I don't feel like we're bad mouthing. We're just saying that the way that they structure your organization is flawed. We're not bad mouthing you in this sentence. We're bad mouthing administration on the way
Right.
they set up your structure.
Right.
And so we have nothing against USG. What we have against is the way you're handling this situation. And after reading this draft like 7 times, I still don't find anything.
Okay, well, you may have a bias
If you
opinion
wanna
because you're the one who
if
drafted
you
them.
want to highlight the points that you have a problem with, and we can go over it
Well,
together.
she just said that she wants us to take out entirely USG, and
student
and
life.
I mean, why would you include USG in this? If you have
Because
to
you're the
oppose,
one
Because
proposing
you're
it.
the one who proposed it.
How can we
This
not
is all
include
you.
it? It's
okay,
the-
we proposed it, yes, but it was to the students to decide if they would like
What
to do it.
resources are you using? Are you using USG resources to put this on the ballot and to put it and to pass around the petition?
or
Are you
your
using?
resources.
Are
or
you
your
using
personal
USG
resources.
resources?
I feel like we're gonna come back to like go in circles.
All right.
in this
Okay.
and
I have a question. I mean, not a question. I guess I guess a final solution. It's because you guys do not want to edit this piece. She doesn't, or USG doesn't want to send this out. Is it possible that this is one maybe compromise to have a brief, a brief summary of this way, and then a link to the whole thing on either your S.E.R.'s webpage? Is that possible? Where it would be a brief, description of S.E.R.'s opposing the student activity fee with a link to the whole letter. Will that be possible to send in an email? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He's asking if it's possible for us to send like a brief summary
With-
of this, and then with a link so that
With
the
the-
students
to the
will have
whole letter.
access to the whole letter.
So
Okay.
in the summary, in the email, it won't have the whole, because you feel that it's bashing USG and administration. In their summary, it will not have, I guess, what you feel is bashing, but it will have a summary of their feel of
But
the
it's
student.
linking back to the same email, which
But
is
it's
why
not going to be
I'm
directly in the email,
But
though.
it's, I understand that. But
I
it's
have to
So
say,
is that a
linking
no,
back.
or?
That
Can I
you know
say-
what I'm
can I
up for
say-
is going to student life right now with both of you and discussing why as a student student union why your email such as this
And-
will not be, and if let's see what they say.
All right,
And can I
final
say
thought.
that the only places that USG was mentioned was the 2 places that we read, and if you find that we were bashing USG in those 2 places,
Okay.
you can just send me a Facebook message or something, because
Right.
I don't think in those 2
and why
places
don't we
there
What
is.
about
why don't we
student
let
life?
the why
What
don't we
about
let the
student life?
students
But you're representing students, not
why
student life.
but why don't we
But
let
you
the
don't understand,
students
student
decide whether
life,
it's
it's
bashing
also-
student government or not?
All right. So Davey, you will have you could have the final say. And
Okay, so this is a poem
Because
from
we
Paulo
want your own
Freire,
conversation.
and this is a quote from his book called The Pedagogy of the Oppressed, and this is entirely related and entirely relevant to what we're dealing with here, where there's a powerful side and there's a weak side. So here we go. Washing one's hands of the conflict between the powerful and the powerless means to side with the powerful, not to be neutral. One more time. Washing one's hands of the conflict between the powerful and the powerless means to side with the powerful, not to be neutral.
Peace.